Okay, so I want to talk about a couple more things I learned about myself that I realized came from programming of my youth and people I grew up with. Hmm. At first I started not to make this video, but it's like, yeah, it's a journal and a reminder to myself of where I've been, what I've learned, and I need to purge myself and know that I'm a wonderful human being. Yes, I had to overcome some hurdles that would make most people choke. Yes, I get that. And there are hints in here of, a not so fabulous childhood. So, yes, it's true. Lots of people have not so fabulous childhood. And having said that, I realized growing up, probably into early adulthood, I used to hear myself say, "Oh, you make me so mad." You hear it on TV, on the radio, read it in books. And I realized a few years ago that I said that a lot. I said a few years ago, like 2, 3 years ago. And I said it a lot to my husband or to my son or just, I don't know, whoever I thought was making me mad. But then I realized a couple those 2, 3 years ago that the question came to me, are they really making me mad? Can someone make me mad? I'm like, you can shake you and go, "You're going to be mad. I'm making you mad." No. So now the question comes to me more often than not. Do I really have to be upset about what he just said? Or can I choose to be happy and either one, pretend that he didn't say that, or just don't allow it to upset you, or don't place the key for me is not placing any meaning on what he's saying. Because I would always have this little voice in the background saying, if you let him get away with it, he just punch you out, or somehow he's dominating you, or if it was my son, then I'd be thinking, oh yeah, well, you're letting him get away with something, and oh, he's not showing you respect, and it's like, it's really none of those things. It's just old programming that I got from parents that people were supposed to act a certain way and say things a certain way, and they don't always act and say things certain ways. But I am in control of my emotions and my own thoughts and control of my own beliefs. So I can either choose to be happy or choose to be upset about something he said and then somehow hold it over him for a few hours or a few days. And then when he talks to me about it, remind him that he said that, and so he apologized. And even when he apologized, remind him about it 2 months later. Yeah, I watched people do that growing up and even thought that I really did think that was the way you were supposed to do it until it happened a couple times. And it was like, okay, this doesn't feel good. Is this what they were going through when they would do that? Ew, this is ugly. Don't like it. Don't like it. And I can't really give you like a book I read or something, but it dawned on me. I mean, because I've read so many books. Whew, I've read so many different books. Louise Hay, Dr. Joseph Murphy, New Thought, Metaphysical. Really a combination of all that stuff is why, the thoughts come more regularly about me being in control. And that's like key. I am in control. So what he just said or did doesn't have to upset me unless I allow it to. It's a choice we're making to be upset. Like choices we make and what movies we're going to see, what clothes we're going to wear. So, like I'm choosing not to see the movie that helps. I think I'm going to read the book because that's just a choice I'm making. Um, I somehow feel a little awkward when I watch movies about, even when they're real situations, about how one group of people treated another group of people that are all in the human race. And so a lot of times I can tell myself, well, this isn't real. And while the movie is actually, I believe, it's based on real life events. And so it's really kind of a challenge for me at this point in my evolution to stay in a place of gratitude and forgiveness for past history events when I watch movies about circumstances and situations that went on that someone decided to pull out of the dregs of history and make a movie about it so that they could receive accolades for their acting ability or their directing ability or their writing ability. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to read the book. I just, my whole point is that is a choice I'm making. Or I could choose to be upset. Why did they make a movie about this and that? And why did those black actors take those roles? And oh, they just make me so mad. No, I'm not feeling or choosing to feel mad about it. I'm choosing just not to watch it because I know how those kinds of incidents made me feel in the past. And I'm I'm living in a place from forgiveness and gratitude. And so I don't wish to hold or harbor any negative thoughts against another group of people for mistakes that they made that other people allowed or participated in or what have you. Because it's two sides to every story and according to history, at one point that same group was enslaved to the other group of people, so I don't know. In any case, I've learned that I'm in control of my emotions and that even if someone were to use the N word towards me, or the B word, or the H word, or these words that I choose not to use, um, it's really up to me to decide, or the B word, which is the favorite word I choose not to use because I don't see myself that way. So when people use that word towards me or to describe me, I usually point out that I'm moving. So I'm not 100% disabled. Hmm. And so that doesn't completely describe me. So therefore, there's no emotion, there's no attachment. And I don't have to be upset or angry or they hurt my feelings. Because that was a big thing for me for a long time, especially as a kid. You know, one of my siblings would do something that was painful or hurt me, and my biological mother wouldn't do anything about it. And it's like, wow, really? Well, I'm not understanding that. But if I turned around and did something of a similar nature, I was disciplined for it. So I used to take a lot of offense to stuff, and things hurt me very easily, and I was too emotional. But those days are long over, and now I realize that I don't have to react to life and react to things that people say. And I've learned that my reactions to life is what's creating my life and what will show up in my life. So now that about reacting to life, I learned that particular statement from Neville Goddard's book, that is our reactions to life that creates our life. I don't know, this just got deep for a second. So, well, anyway, that's what I'm grateful for. Realizing and understanding that it's my choice to be happy or sad, to have hurt feelings, and that no one else can make me mad. Oh, you make me so mad, I could just hurt you. They can't. You're choosing to react to what they're saying or doing, and you, the person you are inside, is becoming upset. No one can make you upset or make you sad, or and so when I first started on this journey a few years ago, I thought this would be easy. It's not as easy as it sounded when I started thinking the thoughts and looking for books that would corroborate what I was thinking. Not easy all the time, but I definitely am able to keep myself in that place because my husband says things that I'm like, what, huh? Oh, okay. Hmm. And I have to remind myself, you know, Do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? And most of the time, I just want to be happy. So a lot of the things he says that don't make sense, or if I allow them to be hurtful, could be hurtful, I just don't. Because he likes to make jokes. And sometimes they're not always funny. And if I were more sensitive like I used to be, they could be hurtful. But I realized even the sensitiveness was like must have been a coping mechanism from my childhood. Yeah, still getting over childhood stuff. But the great thing about it, in a previous video, I talked about how it no longer makes me cry. Even when I would mention the word childhood, I used to just freak out. Oh, everybody's life is better than mine. Not true. I'm so over it. I'm so over allowing other people to control me, my thoughts, my actions, and my beliefs. And it feels totally good to be totally in control. I feel like I'm totally in control. I'm at least in control of my emotions, and that for me is a great place to be in. And this is probably the longest video I've made today. So I'm going to stop here for now. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Please comment, rate, or subscribe. And if you have any positive attitude and a video response, give me a thumbs up. All right.